Okay, here we are back at the West Creek again. We're about the same little intersection that I've been a couple of times with y'all. We're still working on this island area, and I know it seems like a lot of work for an island on a farm, but if we just calling this an island, it's not necessarily a little island. But I'm standing in a little stream bed that's dry and pours into that one. It's not dry completely. This was completely and 100% overgrown, just like that, up on this hill. And there are absolutely no sizable trees on this whatsoever. Have these nice trees right here, but you can see they're only about 5 or 6 feet tall, and they're clustered together right there. So left that little bunch, and it'll provide some nice shade up here. And left another couple nice trees, and then came down here, and here's the beach from before, and you can see where we've cleared around. But like I was saying, it seems like a lot of work on a beach or an island, which seems like a novelty thing, except for the fact that we have to have this water situation handled. We have to figure out whether this creek, after we clear it, is going to be good enough to actually supply water for irrigation, not for drinking, but for irrigation. If not, we have to come up with another idea. But there is a lot of indications that there's, generally speaking, a lot of water in this area. If you look up there, there's a line where you can see green vegetation, and then it just kind of comes to a halt, and that's brown. That right there is a water line, and there's been water through here very recently. That's very, very wet, and it gets very, very deep, obviously, and deep enough that it eventually comes back around over here and actually creates this little island that we're talking about. Here's the back edge of it. Comes around, and then there's where water actually flows through here. You can see where the water's been coming down recently as well. But the problem is the creek has so many log jams in it, it's really impossible to tell what's what. Earlier today, this was a tremendous, huge log jam, and you chainsaw and cleared this stuff out. There's still some debris right here, but it's very shallow, and I'm kind of worn. But I'll get the rest of that out as well. And the river flows from this direction, from up north, down south, down this direction. So what we're going to have to do is continue to work in the stream bed and follow it, and keep clearing out these jams like this one until we can find some water and get some water flowing. And hopefully that's what's going to happen. Hopefully we're going to get to a point where there's so many log jams that that's what's stopping this water from coming down, even now, after these droughts and stuff. Because if this creek is that susceptible to droughts, then it's really not going to serve our purpose. Because drought time of weather is when you need your irrigation water the most. So this is this section down here now. It has been transformed from deep woods to a nice little oasis. I mean, it really is a nice little section. It's pretty. But what this water does, and what we can find about the water, will dictate a lot about where we want our home site to be. And we kind of want it close to this area if we can. So it's kind of up to the water. But alright, this is yet again the West Creek, now the West Creek Beach, and this is the healthy homestead on the old Chambliss land.